Welcome to AKmtb. Today we're gonna continue with the building of the Monster Cross a little bit. I'm gonna check how wide the rims are on these wheels because this is a gravel bike and they're gonna come onto a mountain bike frame. So I need to figure out if the rim is too narrow or if it is in a good width. So I'm going to take the wheel off this bike. When you take off your back wheel, you should always start by going down into the lowest gear. This makes it much easier to remove the wheel because your rear hanger is not in the way and it slips off really easy. So now I have to take the tire off this rim. This one is set up in tubeless, which I'm going to ride later. But when I'm doing this test and checking the width and see how a tire fits on the rim, I'm going to use a tube. So start by taking off the tire by using the tire levers. Okay. When I measure this rim, I can see that it is around 17 millimeters. So 70 millimeters, that's not exactly wide if you compare to a new rim that you get on a mountain bike today that are like often 25 millimeter, 23 millimeter on the inside. I'm also going to measure the outside and see what that is, and that's about 23 millimeter. So you could say this is an old school mountain bike rim when it comes to the width. I'm gonna put on the tire and I'm gonna put on a Rocket Run. It's a typical cross-country, heavy-duty, good rolling, good grip tire, and this one is 225. And later on I'm probably gonna run something like this, but maybe slightly narrower. First, I need to take off the valve because that's going to be in the way if you want to run a tube. Put that aside. I'm going to reuse that later. And I'm going to put on the tube. When I'm doing this, I'm starting by inflating the tube with a little bit of air, so you're getting like the basic shape of the tube so it's not completely flat. So I give it some air like that. Put that aside. Take the tire. You should pay attention to the tires. They are often directional and there's an arrow on either side that you should locate. For the moment, I'm not going to care that so much about the direction because I'm just going to put it on to see how it fits on the rim, and for that matter it doesn't really matter if it's on the right side or not. So start by fitting it. When you got it on one side, continue with the tube and put that inside of the tire. Locate the hole and start on by putting the valve into the hole. So my biggest consideration for the moment with this bolt is if this rim gonna be too narrow or if it's gonna be okay. And I don't know, what do you say? Normally I'm a fan of wider rims, so I must admit that I feel a little bit worried about running a narrow rim, though that's how you used to ride before it got popular to have the wider rims. This is a process where you should normally use soap and make the tire wet so it will pop better, but for the moment I don't care so much. This is not how I'm going to ride it anyway. Okay, so the tire is on. And I think it looks okay. It doesn't get a chunky big profile as it gets on my other rims that I normally ride on my mountain bike, though those rims are 29 millimeters in the internal width. So that's a big difference. It makes the tire wider, and I also have the tube inside here, which is also making the tire looking slightly more narrow. I think this is going to work actually, which I'm glad of, because that means I don't need to get any new wheels. I'm going to take down this frame and I'm going to put this wheel on the right frame and just see how it looks in the frame. It's time to put the wheel on the bike. And this is a little bit exciting because this is kind of like the first step on actually building anything on the bike and putting parts on the bike. Okay, so we have a tire on the bike and we have the wheel on it, and I think it's gonna work. I think I'm gonna keep this wheel and I'm gonna run for it at least for a while and see how they feel before I take the decision to change or not. I have to get rid of these orange details because that's a really big mismatch against the red one. So I'm probably going to take them off completely. And I think I need a bigger disc rotor. It's a 140 now. And the cassette goes up to 32 teeps. That's maybe too little. Maybe I want some more. I will see. I am probably going to start out with the things I have, see how it feels, and after that I'm going to take decisions to change parts, because it is a cyclocross inspired mountain bike. It is a monster cross, so I probably don't have to go all out on what you would put on a mountain bike. So the next step would be to strip that bike completely on parts. And now I'm also waiting for some parts. I know that the fork to this bike can arrive any day soon. So when the fork have arrived, that's when I'm going to continue to building. And meanwhile I'm gonna strip the bike, and I also have a mission going on with that bike because I need to change the brake calipers because they are flat mount and I need post mount on this frame. So there's many more steps to come. There's more building to look at in future videos, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to tell me what your opinions are when it comes to the rim width. If you think 17 millimeters are enough for 225/210 tire, or if it would be better to actually have a wider rim, or will it work? Leave your opinion either in the comments or give me your opinion on Happy Ride. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.